only 2 losses, but now we are ready to go into the game. GONEWILD LAN versus Evil 5. To see if GONEWILD can stay undefeated or if Evil will be able to take them down. We are starting this game on Donville. GONEWILD as the Axis, Evil 5 as the allies. And Evil 5 already pushing towards the orphanage. Neither of GONEWILD players decides to play close with a shotgun. Matka's playing this a bit further, waiting for those first nades to be pushed, but Evil 5 decides to go without any cover from the nades. Asker with that scope finds Shogozer with a fantastic shot to already pick the first elimination of the round. Domingo seeking for Zoma. He's not able to finish the kill, but is able to push him away from the middle. Now giving also away for Phantom to push a bit closer to B side. Evil 5 starting with the nades and Akazu finding Domzino. Insanezy, great push by him. A side completely clean. And also Tequino in some trouble, being pushed by Phenom. Zoma went down, only Tequino is staying alive, but Evil 5 are going here for the clean round as the last of GONEWILD players is stuck on the B side. His vision blurred by smoke. Both sides are now trying to oppress him with the bullets. The Phenom will be the one to finish the job. First point for Evil 5 with a fantastic round from the Czech team. Not giving a single elimination to their enemies. GONEWILD LAN weren't able to do anything here to stop this attack. Fantastic performance by Evil 5 for the start, but it's only first round of this match. Many more to go. And many more beautiful attacks to probably be presented. As Donville is a bit favored towards the Axis. I mean, however, with good execution, you can put a fantastic performance on the ally side, but Evil 5, they would love to find as many points as they can so they can shine in the defense and get a secure win. Asker, great start. Once more, we do see that scope doing a fantastic job with finding that entry kill. We do love snipers playing aggressively. We do love snipers that love to push forward and test the limits with the scope. There are kind of glass cannons because they are risking a lot with that scope if they find themselves between the crossfire. But you still Asker taking that risk and cashing it out by finding that entry 2 rounds in a row. Evil 5 with that entry, they can play a bit slower. They can set up those nades. Insanezy with the smoke on A. And Domingo preparing the nades, preparing once more the lineup. Last round. He created lots of value this time. This nade won't find anyone and won't even really push GONEWILD out of their positions. Domingo still trying to scan. Nakazo finds Tequino on the other side. Completely cleaning B. MDKZ with the revenge, but it's still favoring Evil 5 here. You see that we might see Closage on the attack. Fantastic nade by Asker, following that push from Insanezy, leaving both defenders completely split up. Great position from Shogozer. He's able to find Asker here. Importance. What MDKZ would be able to do from this position struggles a bit. Both players low on HP. Neither wants to push right now. MDKZ with this shotgun, trying to seek for that kill and a fantastic push to finally get this elimination. 2 versus 2. Phenom and Domingo staying from Evil 5 side. MDKZ trying to seek someone through this smoke, but Evil 5 trying to play this safely. Further from the bomb. The bomb was stopped 30 seconds on the clock. Phenom and Domingo still relying on the fact that the bomb is on the open position and forcing enemies to seek for that eliminations to go for this push as not much time is left. Domingo, great position on the floor. It might be surprised from the ground, but the bomb is now being defused. Phenom has to go for the elimination. MDKZ is already dead, and Domingo follows with Shogozer to get the second point. Fantastic, fantastic from Evil 5 to save this bomb, but even though that GONEWILD did loads of work to try and make this retake possible, it was still too hard to get those last 2 players, especially with such a limited amount of time. So another victory assigned to Evil's 5 account. 2-0 by far for the Czech team. It seems like this time Aske will be stopped from pushing for the very quick elimination, deciding to wait out the fact that GONEWILD might try to push for someone themselves. Aske dodging one bullet, trying to get a better position for more aggressive play with that scope, but Doms still hoping to find someone out of position to finally make this a better start for GONEWILD to build some fundamentals. And he is able to do it. Phantom caught by Doms, creating much comfortable round. Oh, MDKZ reflexes hit a bit too hard, and it was Doms trying to run away from the nades, going straight under his teammate's crosser, getting shot down by this shotgun, and it is 4 against 4. Very unfortunate kill here from MDKZ. And it really helps Evil 5 going back to this rounds. The nades are set. MDKZ lower on HP. Smoke is also here. Important position here from both defenders on A side. Shogazer already with the kill, but now MDKZ being completely spammed. Domingo with elimination. Important position from Tekinia to help. Great rotation by GONEWILD. Not leaving much space. Shogazer, fantastic push to limit possibilities for the allies here. And the time just expired, so Aske couldn't really do much about it. Just stuck between 3 players in the smoke, and GONEWILD stalled out Evil 5 out of this point. So it will be 1-2. GONEWILD opening the score in round number 3, and Evil 5 not being able to keep up with the start, even though that GONEWILD made the team kill this round. Didn't really even matter in the end, since only one more elimination was found for only allies here, and Venom loses that duel to Tekinia. Great pick by Axis player here to once more go for the better start. Aske trying to make a difference here. He did see one of the players on A side, but was not able to find a clean shot. And Tekinia in the meantime went for the second elimination. Akazur already in the gray. 4 versus 3. GONEWILD looking great here. Domingo finds Doms, but GONEWILD standing strong at the sides. Aske still seeking with that scope, but he might be open to Zoma if he finds the right timing here. Shogazer decided to seek for the kill. Was able only to get some information about attack positions of the ally side. And Aske, aggressive push with the scope, but it's still Zoma waiting here. Snake will hurt a bit, but it's one push Aske out of his position. And now the biggest question, can he play around Zoma's position? Yes, he can. But the problem is that Tekinia finds another one. Insane Z. Important kill to make it even, and still Tekinia is alive, but he's the only one standing. He would need to go for the ace here. Attackers are split up. And Tekinia, while chasing for Aske, is leaving A side completely unattended, so it leaves chance for Insane Z to plant this bomb, make it 2v1, with the timer ticking on Tekinia's head, still looking for that kill. Can he find the right timing, because Insane Z is already close in the house. Tekinia checking the orphanage, checking the graveyard, taking the longer route to the side. But Evil 5 just playing this calmly, knowing that the time is in their favor. And Aske looking for that one great moment. He was standing out, not really a chance to defend himself. So Evil 5 find the point number 3. And he's able to keep this advantage build on the attacking side. Doms going for an aggressive push, hoping to throw Evil 5 off their game, but the Czech team deciding to go with the slower approach once again, staying on the graveyard for the longer time, and now only putting Aska as their eyes on the map. Both Venom and Aska going for the middle. Aska trying to go for the bait, and it helps Aska find kill on Taquinho. Great way to play around the scope, to give him even better chances to a sniper to get his hands on that first kill of the round. 5 versus 4. And Aska already in rotation, already harassing players from the house, trying to push them out of the comfortable positions. In combination with the smoke to leave no space for defense on A side whatsoever. Domingo having some struggles with the push here. Also Aska, he might be found by Doms, who's still on that position, who's still hoping that it will pay off. Shot goes there, MDKZ, shot goes there, MDKZ once more, and Doms finally cashing out on this one. GONEWILD with a nice wipeout. Didn't really even help that the smoke was spread out on all over the A side. Still GONEWILD could have completely cleaned this attack with Doms closing it out from the side. Going for the second point for the Axis side, 2-3. But it seems like this was a one-time thing for Doms. He's not going for such a position one more time to be a bit closer to the rest of the team. But finally deciding that it's worth to try one more time, since Evil 5 is taking it slow once again. Aska as a scout, seeking for that scope, and finds Shogozer. Repositioning on A side. Immediately takes him down. Getting more space, and now Insane's a fantastic jump shot. Doms being surprised from that position once again, but it's still 4 versus 3. Domingo spotting Doms and Zoma. Nate to push them away to give some more space, so now Evil 5 can push towards the A side. Only Taquinho positioned there. We do see rotation coming from Doms. We do see that Zoma might be also ready to intervene. But Kazo already on the push. Found by Taquinho. Domingo. Great refrag. Not give any more chances, and Doms important position. Doms now on HP. As to retreat. Zoma will find Saints, but now Doms takes the hit from Aska, and Zoma in the 1v2. Bomb is planted. Zoma really close to the side. Domingo has some time to retreat to the orphanage. Zoma, will he go for the push, or will he go straight to the bomb? Aska. No info right now about position Domingo. Shall seeks enemy. Domingo in the fight. Domingo will be the victorious one, so Aska didn't really even need to come help. 4th point for Evil 5, still keeping that 2-point lead. And still not letting GONEWILD take full benefits of playing the Axis side here. Ask once more shall be going for the sniper house. And we do see that GONEWILD is taking more aggressive approaches in the middle. It's now not only Domzinho placed a bit higher on the gate, but also it is Taquinho looking for that gate, but Doms being found by Aska here. Insanezy getting MDKZ on the church. 2 quick eliminations for Evil 5 to shatter that defense and go for the points number 5. Aska with a lot less danger now coming from GONEWILD's side. Looking for the timing. Checking if there's any visible repositions caused by the smoke spreading out on bomb site A. And now Phantom will just go for the push. We know the 2 players are already here from the GONEWILD side. Donate's coming in. Naka's will find Shogozer. Scanning through the smoke, Aska goes for Tagino, and Zoma can't also do anything right now in this spot. 5-2, Evil 5. Just spamming out GONEWILD on the side completely. 5-2. Another fantastic attack, and GONEWILD deciding to go for the timeout, as they are struggling a lot with that performance in defense. They are struggling a lot to win those singular points in Evil 5, looking better and better in those attacks. Even though that GONEWILD are trying to take more active approach, they are still not really able to get those eliminations. I would even say that Evil 5 now have an easier job to get those entries, since GONEWILD is going for more aggressive spots. And they recognize that they might be in the need of the new plant here. A plant that could help with those pushes, that could help especially with Aska, who's doing insane job with that scope. 10-2. We don't have statistics of entry kills, but definitely most of them done by Evil 5 belongs to him. 5 KD right now, and lots of troubles for GONEWILD to stop the sniper from scoring, from putting the pressure, from giving those headshots from long distances. And very often, even if GONEWILD is trying to hold on the side, they just do not have enough manpower to withstand the pure strength of Evil 5, just pushing by 3, 4, 5 men, spamming them out with shotguns, with rifles, with nades, with everything they got. And the pure power of those attacks is just too much to handle. And in conclusion, another points are being stacked on Evil 5's account. 5-2. It's already looking pretty good for the Czech team. But the timeout is over, so in a moment we should be able to start waiting only for Insane Z. But we will be looking for the resume in 2 seconds. Right now we can start round number 8. Let's see what GONEWILD prepared for this point. What strategy they made up to change the way of how points were going in the last rounds. Akazaru with the push, but Zoma in aggressive position. They were leaving up the church for Evil 5 to take much more defensive approach, but now they decided to go full aggressive, full ballistic, and it pays off, since both Zoma and MKZ are able to find 2 kills from the start of the round, putting Evil 5 in a comfortable spot that they haven't been in for such a long time. Smoke is being set up. And even though that they are in underweight, they will try to make the best out of this push. Phantom kills himself with the nade. Something went really badly there for Evil 5 player, and I think this closes discussion about this round. This should be points number 3 from GONEWILD. So it seems like this timeout will actually keep them something fresh, will give them something more to work with. And that it should be a 3rd point finally showing up for them. 25 more seconds for Evil 5 to do something here, but I don't think both Domingo and Insane Z can do anything about that situation. They are just waiting out to not lose their statistics. It's unnecessary for them. They know that they don't stand a chance in the 2v5 fight. Domingo even will get 1 more kill on rushing Zoma. Domingo trying to survive for those 2 seconds. And he shall be able to keep his life. But the points will go to GONEWILD. 3-5. Fighting still for that score on the Axis side. And Evil 5. They now see what kind of play might be the plan from GONEWILD. But this time, GONEWILD deciding to only put one player there, deciding to put Zoma on kind of a semi-aggressive position because Zoma is not really pushing far, but it's also not fully defensive. He's more of waiting for someone's reaction there to try and catch someone off guard, possibly even with the nade in hand. Talking about nades, one is just flying in for the entry of Orphanage. No one hit by this one, but it pushes Evil 5 away from that position for a good few seconds. Dominio staying on the gate completely, leaving those aggressive plays on the mids. Relying only on Taquinho and Shogazer seeking there in Insane. The important fight with Zoma. Won by player from the Allies. Now, quick retreat in case of nades being thrown out there. Now they're going to come back with the nades, with the smoke, with the plan of taking bomb site A once again. Ask. Baits some fire out. Gives info about the position so his teammates can throw some nades. Akazu finding a kill with this one. Akazu also with a follow-up. In the case against Shogazer with responses. Shogazer, very important kill right now, but Venom coming in the clutch to refrag Shogazer and leave Taquinho on a far position from the bomb, giving also Evil 5 some time to go further and hide himself. So Taquinho has to come really close, has to check those uncomfortable angles to make this clutch as tough as possible. Venom now spotted, but it doesn't mean that Taquinho can find the skill. Taquinho pushing for the 1v2. Taquinho, half time left. And Taquinho still couldn't even got the fight. Oh, he saw the gun, but it doesn't really matter since Domingo was prepared for the fight. Venom was here to help. And he completely spun Taquinho, getting that point number 6. And we do see that if GONEWILD isn't able to completely destroy Evil 5 in those first few seconds of the round, if they are not able to get this 1 or 2 quick eliminations, it's Evil 5 getting full control of the map, and Insane once more winning important duel with Zoma. Dom's also being pushed out of the middle. Insane going for the double here, leaving A-side almost open for Evil 5. As only MDKZ is staying here. Taquinho and Shogazer are hoping that the pressure from B-side might help him a bit. It actually will, since Shogazer is able to find Venom and MDKZ. Beautiful defense on A-side. Now the chances shall be even, since Evil 5 was 2 men as well. Shogazer changing positions one more, but Evil 5 deciding to stack around the A side. Orphanage is pushed. One nade still kept by Domingo, and Shogazer going to join his teammate closer to the bomb site. MDKZ, another beautiful shot. The spot is completely uncovered. MDKZ, fantastic movement by player from GONEWILD LAN. Insane going for the triple. Fantastic round coming from this player. We can even say that this round is insane. Can he get even some more? Because Taquinho low on HP. Domingo with the kill, and Shogazer is the only one staying. Shogazer pushed out of the side, but he's still going to take this clutch. 1v2. Bomb is still not planted. Domingo is doing this right now. Can he punish him for being out of position? Can he get him in time? Seems like he cannot. Shogazer, his drivers already placed in the well-prepared spots, as Shogazer is trying to locate them and go for those 2 kills. 45 seconds on the clock. But so many angles, so many positions to check. And also crossfire being slowly set up as Insane go on Shogazer's backs, patiently waiting for him. He's now being spotted. Domingo just waiting. Insane, he doesn't really want to reveal himself too early. And Domingo, having full info about when Shogazer will be peeking, was ready to take this opportunity and grab a kill for himself. 7-3, Evil 5 running away with the score, and we can even say that's completely dominating the ally side here. GONEWILD couldn't really do much on the defense. They are struggling once more as Domingo is already pushing on the middle, putting some pressure on MDKZ and Taquinho. We do see some swaps. Shogazer going for the A side and being assigned the gate duty, putting Doms closer to the orphanage, and once more seeing GONEWILD double down on that position. Insane. He has been really good with this shotgun here. Now struggling to stay alive as more scans and nades are thrown into his direction. He's still doing pretty well, and finally, third nade in a row thrown in the same spot. We'll get to him and show him that this time there's no place for him being anywhere near the side. Domingo. On the push, the middle is completely left out by GONEWILD. Only Zoma might be picking there, but Evil 5 slowly getting control of the houses. Domingo with the nade. Looking for this push, great movement here. But Taquinho waiting patiently for the opportunity, not pressing the trigger too early. 5 versus 3, GONEWILD with a great start, and even if they struggled a lot, whenever they started rounds well, they were able to close them out efficiently. Taquinho with once more. Akazor and Phenom trying to give any sort of chance for their team, but Phenom on the reload. Domzina on his back, and Doms with the double. 4-7. GONEWILD still not throwing the towel and hoping that they might at least get those 5 points for the from the Axis sides. Last round of the first half of Donville. Shogazer on the fight. But those were only the warning shots coming from both sides. Shogazer rotating towards the B side to help with the gates. Maybe 5 once more. Relying on that orphanage. Nades will come there. Insane Z still on the fight. Great dodge. More nades coming in. Can he dodge all of them? Can he stay alive? Because he was a key part of Evil 5's success on A side. Insane Z still trying to bait all of the utility from GONEWILD. Throwing some on his own. As Evil 5 still has lots of nades. He pushed GONEWILD out of their positions. GONEWILD with 1 nade left in Shogazer's inventory. Insane Z and Aska waiting for the best moment to push, but it is right now with Zoma with 1. Zoma with 2. Great shotgun, keeping this side alive. Zoma with the 3. Zoma with the 4, and Phenom finally putting the stop to this, but it's not enough because all of other players are coming around to get that one last kill. 5-7. Beautiful performance by Zoma. Bring those last 2 rounds home and make it 5-7 for yet another close half that we'll see on the stream. Great matches today. Kind of rewarding us for the patience for all of the stomps that we have seen yesterday on the stream. 13-1, 13-3. The mainstream was not eating well yesterday. But we are doing it now, and it's still group stage. More great matches in front of us since all of the playoffs. Are still ahead of us, and we are ready to start the second half to see which team will be closer to those playoffs and which team will be closer to finishing the tournament right here in the group stage. And let's see how wild they can go on the attacking side, how wild they can go on the allies, and how evil this 5 is as the Axis. Shogazer on the sniper's house. Not many chances for him to grab any elimination here, and Evil 5 fully stuck in A side as 4 people are directed to go there. Shogazer on the middle. GONEWILD slowly preparing to take over the orphanage and church. "75 seconds on the clock, yet no eliminations. Only now Taquinho finding Aska. So the scope is down. Phenom, great response. Taquinho couldn't really change positions there, so he was destined to die over this nade. 4v4. MDKZ. Checking if anyone's on the back, and GONEWILD. Seems like a B rotation here. Going towards mid to leave any option possible. Zelma checking the gate. 45 seconds and Evil 5 playing this really calmly. Hidden in the trenches, Zoma. Looking for the kill because Insanity now strikes and Doms is eliminated. Domingo as well. It is 4 versus 2 and both attackers are very widely split at. And because he tries to make some diversion on the A side, that's where most of the defense is. Phenom will be able to get him out, and right now they can go for the backup to Domingo. Domingo who's left alone on the B side, but not many time for GONEWILD player, and Phenom in the clutch. Phenom coming strong here to get this points, to get this elimination, and to bring points number 8 to Evil 5. GONEWILD couldn't do much about it, and now Phenom with the peak finds MDKZ completely surprised. And he's ready to go for the push. We've seen shotguns having a face here, but haven't seen many scope players going for such aggressive push. He's gathering some information, not going further to not risk his life in this position where Evil 5 is favored. In the meantime, Reason Gaming winning once more, so that means that Reason Gaming won 3 matches, losing only 2 rounds, 13-0, 13-1, and 13-1. That is a huge display of power, but right now Aske going for 1 kill, Domingo, Phenom as well, Insane, the Akazur. It is Team Ace from Evil 5 and GONEWILD completely helpless. Evil's 5 defense, another timeout called by GONEWILD because things are not going well. Last timeout gave some hope. It gave some points, but it's still Evil 5 with a huge lead right now, 9-5. And this victory is running away, so GONEWILD might not be the team to stay undefeated here. It would put much more tension, much more emphasis on that 4th slot. And also much more pressure on both Envision and Team NED, since they would be 1-2, with 2 teams being 2-1 and 2 teams being 3-0. But if GONEWILD is able to come back from this state, this group might be really going all to the 4th spot fight, since 3 teams would be on 3-0, and the rest would be fighting between one another for those crucial points to advance as the 4th seed from Group E. And in the Group F, only 1 team undefeated by far. Group F will be very interesting. Complexi staying 3-0 after winning against Elite Fighters 13-2. And 4 teams with record of 2-1. Phantom, Acrona, Epocha, and AQ. So that's where actually tiebreakers might matter. And Complexi in all of this, the most comfortable spot as the leader, as 3-0, but it's still not as comfortable since 4 more rounds of groups A and F are still ahead. A lot of things can happen. Complexi played against 2 weaker teams. The only stronger one with the higher score was Acrona, whom they defeated on stream 13-10. But still, AQ, Epocha, and Phantom are all in front of them in the next 3 matches. So those might be very important to this final state of Group F, but we will talk about that later. So I think we will see Complexi on either of those streams. But right now, focusing back on the 3rd round right here and now in Group E. GONEWILD losing 5-9 to Evil 5. And MDKZ bringing that important entry kill, but Aske momentarily responding on Shogazer. 4 versus 4. Dom's going for the push. Here's the smoke. To let him come a bit closer with the shotgun. Doms pushing towards the house, but Insane was already here with shotgun of his own. 4 versus 3, MDKZ. Pushing with the scope, but the smoke will not help. Important fight from Zoma. He's able to run away, but will go for the rerun. Zoma saw someone, but he spotted as well. Zoma low on HP. Zoma minus 78 HP. Beautiful jump shot by Insane, bringing another kill for Evil 5, making this 4v2. MDKZ had a chance to find a kill there, Misses with the shot, misses with the scope, and Tekinio loses his life. So now the scope is the only hope for GONEWILD LAN to stay alive in this match, since Evil 5, if they are able to win this round, they would be doubling their opponents in points, and MDKZ, 1 HP, MDKZ in trouble. Now the nade coming here, MDKZ staying alive, being able to recover, but it's still 1v4. It hasn't changed, it hasn't got any better. If so, it's gotten worse, because this time is here and Aske waiting for MDKZ to walk straight in front of him, to make a use of that Kar 98 and make this 10th point reality for Evil 5. Only 3 more points needed. By far, Evil 5 undefeated as the Axis. GONEWILD in those 3 points couldn't find any way to surpass this stronghold put here by Evil 5 on both sides. And Insane aggressive position. He changed spots. He was playing near the A side right now. It might be a huge surprise as Doms and Shogozer are both really close to that position. Akazur also going to push for the gate. Might even go for the jumping here, and Phenom with the scope already starting the score table for Evil 5, and MDKZ with the team kill with nades. It's not the moment to do such things, as GONEWILD LAN is now 2 men behind Phenom for another one. Insane is spotted. Great read by Shogozer, but it might not be enough since it's 4 versus 2. And Akazu finds another one. It's only Zoma staying alive. Zoma in the 5. Zoma struggling. Might be able to get one. Phenom also with the team kill. So 2 in the same rounds, both with nades, which is pretty grotesque. But it's still Zoma in a very tough spot. They are suffocating him. 3 people from different angles, from different sides. Trying to catch the last man staying alive on GONEWILD side. Zoma still fighting. But Aske is very close here, as well as Akazur. Phenom waiting on the side. Zoma. Can he find anything here? He misses, and that leaves a chance. That leaves a window of opportunity to Aske for this 11th point. Only 2 more needed for Evil 5. That was a very weird round with 2 team kills, with a lot of weird things happening. But it's still Evil 5 coming on top, securing yet another point on the offense, on the defense, sorry. 11-5, GONEWILD. Now they need to go berserk if they want to fight for the victory here. 8 points needed, and Domingo starting with the kill on Zoma. It's not looking good for GONEWILD LAN here. Phenom, aggressive position with the scope. But Dams being already by the gate. Going to push through those walls. Might be a bit of a surprise here. And finds Phenom, not ready for such a position. So goes there with another kill. So this 4 versus 3. It's the best opportunity that GONEWILD had for the points this half. Can they bring it to the end? Can they not lose such a chance? Aske waiting for his chance, but MDKZ finding his head. As it's now 4 versus 2, Domingo in the tough spot, Domingo trying to fight, but MDKZ going for one another, Akazur, and the 1 for clutch. Takes the first one, but 3 person already waiting for him. Akazur being pushed over by the nades. Akazur struggling to fight, and Tekinio fighting this kill 6-11. And finally, GONEWILD opening the score on the offensive side, but still lots more points to take if they want to fight for the victory. 7 more points needed in a row, and Evil 5 so close to securing at least a tie. And so close to securing the victory number 2 of the group stage. Also, by the way, if anyone's interested in that, next match on the mainstream should be Entropic versus Acrona. So 1 more time, we'll see Acrona on the stream, and Tekinio now with the beautiful nade once more. GONEWILD will start a good elimination. And once more, we might see a very fast push for the gate and for the walls. Insane should be ready here with the nade, with the jumping, with the shotgun. Fantastic nade. He finds Doms. Goes for the push. Insane 1 shot, 1 kill. Makes it 2 for him. And now it's Evil 5 in the favored position because of this fantastic play by Insane, and Domingo now finding the shot from other side. Akazu struggling a bit, but still being able to survive. Being able to retreat and being able to bait Tekinio into the nade. So now it's only Zoma who's in the fight. Zoma who's going to run between two players, to run between this crossfire. Zomala 1 HP, another player coming in, and Domingo for the free. Evil 5 for the point number 12. And that one loss doesn't make their defense any weaker. The tie is secured and 6 more chances to go for the straight victory here. Make themselves a better spot in Group E, leaving 4 teams behind them and setting themselves up for the greater success. I think they haven't played yet teams from the lower part of the table. It doesn't mean that they are automatically winning those matches, but it might put them as a favorite here to at least advance from this group. Shogazer on the push. GONEWILD now playing on the verge of defeat. Tekina in the church. But Phenom finds the fantastic nade domes once again. Has to eat the explosives. 5 versus 4. Tekina dodging another nade coming here for the church. Looking for a rerun, for another push, for another occasion to find this elimination, to find a way to make it even. But Evil 5 just holding strong with that one-man advantage. Zoma fighting for any sort of kill on the A side, but not being able to do much. MDKZ on the middle with the scope. But Evil 5 well hidden. Keeping only Ask as the info guy on the higher position. Stacking. 3 men up on the A. As more and more time is passing around and only 1 nade is left for the GONEWILD. They don't have much to work with here. Tekina, his position will be very important for the success of this mission, but Phenom already finding Zoma here. Decimating this push, insane. The Akas are in think, and I think that this will be the end, as MDKZ is the only one left, and he also will be killed here. 13-6. Beautiful performance by Evil 5 to win this match very confidently on Donville. Fantastic display of both defense and offense, especially the defense where they lost only once. Beautiful match by them, and Evil 5 definitely put themselves on the map right now of the teams that might fight for the top 4 or even the top 2 spots here. But the top 2 won't, of course, guarantee buying the first round of playoffs, but we'll see how it all plays out. It is definitely getting much more interesting in both Group E and F, but 4 more rounds ahead of us. So short break, and after that, we'll go to yet another game.